if you have a young child, how do you explain to your 4-year-old child what abduction is, what death is? Because this is something I had to explain to my child.
Yes.
Like I had to explain, he asked me, oh, he wants to play with his friends. Where's Uriah? He's in Gaza. What is he doing there? He's been abducted. And he sees these posters. These posters everywhere in Israel.
Yes.
They came in from 5 directions.
5 directions.
They came in from east, west, north, south, and from the air. And again, they were organized. Everyone had a responsibility. First, it was the storming squads, and then it was just regular infantry. You call it slaughter squads. This was not spontaneous.
Yes.
This was a planned military execution. Okay, this is important to understand. Yes. We realized this. It was a bit too late. This was a military operation.
Yes.
They had logistics, they had plans, they had training, they had intelligence. They knew exactly where the armory was. They knew where the command post was.
Yeah.
They knew where key figures of the community and the community leadership lived. Ophir Lipstein, he's also the mayor of original council of Negev. He was killed. He was the first to be killed. He knew where he lived. They targeted his house. So this is why we also didn't know what happened, because the people responsible for letting us know what happened, they were targeted first. So we're walking now towards the neighborhood, Dor Tza'ir, the young generation. This neighborhood is one of the places which was hit hardest by Hamas. Almost everyone inside the houses this morning, October 7th, was murdered or kidnapped. So for the first year after the attack, after October 7th, we lived in Shfaim, and there were families around us. So many bereaved families, so many families of hostages. And we could each, lean on each other in times of hardship, and this was so significant for us, so much more than we ever thought it would be. But in Shfaim, it was very temporary. Most of the people there were staying in hotel conditions. It's not suitable for a long time duration. You have no privacy, you have like a room, you can't cook your own meals, you can't really get back to life. So for this reason, the government built 2 neighborhoods in an adjacent kibbutz. It's called Kibbutz Ruchama. And this is where we've been staying for the past year. And hopefully, when Kfar Azza is ready to have us back, I pray that we'll be able to come back here.
Today, we have the profound privilege of hearing from 3 members of Kfar Azza, individuals who lived through the unimaginable on October 7th, 2023. Their stories are ones of courage, loss, and an unwavering hope for the future. Please welcome to the stage Keith Siegel, who endured 484 days in Hamas captivity and returned home with a mission to bring peace. Rona Epstein, who lost 5 beloved family members that day, yet remains deeply committed to Kfar Azza's future. And Gon Susana, a first responder who, with only a handgun and 15 bullets, stood between terrorists and his family. Let's give them a warm welcome.
Absolutely, you could take your seat. We're going to begin our education session this afternoon, and we have, it's just really an honor to be able to make the introductions for such an incredible panel. Not only this panel, but throughout the next hour or so, we have so many people that are going to come and speak, and they're going to have stories that you're going to want to hear. Very important information. So right now, if we could just kind of quiet down so we can hear. Yeah, there goes the shush sound again. All right, our room is quieting down. Very good. All right, it's my privilege to introduce to the stage Alon Federman. He's twice recognized by the Jerusalem Post as one of the 50 most influential Jewish figures and the director of the Kfar Azza Foundation. And he's going to be leading in the conversation with Keith Siegel, who spent 484 days in Hamas captivity. Unimaginable. Gans Susanna, a young father who confronted terrorists while protecting his family, and Rona Epstein, a young woman who lost 5 members of her family that day, including her brother, Netta. So please join me in welcoming them to the stage, and let's pay careful attention to what they have to share.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon, everyone. I want to begin with a genuine thank you. Thank you for the invitation to be here. And as we mentioned last night, thank you for all of those who have been praying for almost 2.5 years now for the safety of the people and the communities attacked on October 7th. Especially thank you for those who have been praying for the safe return of our hostages, and specifically Keith Siegel, who is here with us today. It's almost surreal to think that just a year ago, we were in Miami speaking at different conferences, talking about the 5 members of Kfar Azza that were still in captivity, and now we have the privilege of saying they're all back home and one of them being here with us today. So thank you, everyone. On the morning of October 7th, there were 300 out of 3,000 terrorists that attacked Kfar Azza. This is a community that has about 110 seniors. It has 180 young adults between the ages of 18 to 35, which is a huge feather in their cap. I don't know if you know this, but Kfar Azza is not the center of the country. And if you think about the importance of living in Israel and building strong communities in Israel, establishing a place like Kfar Azza is not something to take for granted. Even more so, having young people wanting to be a part of a community like that is not something to take for granted. And 180 young adults chose to be part of that community. And our mission, specifically this week, but also in general, is to help rebuild their homes. We are here to encourage every person to find a way to get involved and help rebuild homes. I would like to address my 3 friends here with 2 questions. I'm going to ask for your answers so people can get an understanding, a basic understanding of your thoughts and how you experience everything that has been going on since October 7th, and hopefully continue conversations when we get off stage. So I would like to ask, what is something that, or someone that you lost on October 7th and will never get back? You'll never have that back. But also something that you have discovered about yourselves since October 7th. Rona.
Okay, thank you, Alon. I would like to say that I'm very excited to be here on that floor. On that day, I have lost 5 members of my family, 2 of my dear uncles that fought bravely to protect the community, including Ophir Lipstein, that was the mayor, because this is how it is in Israel. You are the mayor and you're also protecting the kibbutz. My cousin, my grandma, and my dear brother that died by protecting his girlfriend while the terrorists broke to the apartment. They threw a grenade, and Netta decided to jump on the grenade to take the explosion by his body to save Iran, and he did. So this is something I lost forever, but I think I also discovered my special resilience in myself, in my family, as a community, that I wish we didn't have to do this test, but we had this test, and I have discovered about myself how many strengths we have as a family, as a community, as people in this world. Since that, I have started to do tours in the kibbutz and share with people our story and how acting gives you the power to go through everything. Being in action is the most important thing that can help you heal from everything. Thank you.
Thank you, Rona. Gon?
Hey everyone, I must say that I'm very glad and happy and excited to be here today. Thank you very much. We appreciate that a lot, that we can share our story. It's not obvious at all, so thank you very much. My name is Gon Susana. I'm 32 years old. I'm a council member from Kibbutz Kfar Azza, and I was there on October 7. I was there with my wife and my 5-month baby boy, Sheran. I find myself fighting for 34 hours against tens or even hundreds of terrorists that came to murder our community, that came to destroy our kibbutz. More than 10 years ago, I was an officer in the IDF in Golani Brigade, and I took a part in the battles of Operation Protective Age. I lost my left eye and I injured badly, and I think that I finished with fighting, but on the 7th of October, I found myself in the middle of my kibbutz, our small village, need to take my gun and trying to protect the kibbutz. We lost a lot of people on October 7. We lost 64 people that Hamas murdered to us. But we didn't lose our hope. We took a decision that we are going to build Kfar Azza again. And we're going to do that good. Because we need to build Israel again. And we need to save our country. Thank you very much. When I'm thinking about my grandma, she came to the kibbutz from the Holocaust. She survived the Holocaust in Poland. And she took the decision that she will come to the kibbutz and she will build the country. And right now, our job is to build the country. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Gon. So again, Kfar Azza community of 950 people attacked on October 7th by 300 terrorists, killing 64 members of the community, 19 taken into captivity, one of them here with us today, Keith.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm extremely honored and privileged to be here, and I'm very, very grateful to have an opportunity to thank each and every one of you for your prayers and for your support and for helping to bring me and my wife Aviva back home to be reunited with our family. On October the 7th, I lost, and we all lost, over 60 of my friends and my neighbors, people that I had known for over 40 years, grandmothers and grandfathers and children, and an entire family that was murdered by Hamas. And the loss is great. The loss is great. I am here to honor their memory and also to ask you to be part of the rebuilding of Kfar Azza, to be our partners, to ensure that Kfar Azza is rebuilt in honor of those that we lost and in honor of the future generations. And there will be future generations, and people will come back to Kfar Azza. Kfar Azza will return to be the beautiful, amazing community that it was. A very, very supportive community, a community that helped and did so much to get me back home, and a community that knows how to support people when they're in times of need and when they are in times of difficulty. After October the 7th, and after coming home from Gaza after 484 days, I realized that I had the strength and the resilience, and I was fortunate to have my family and my friends and to have all of you and so many people that supported me and prayed for me and gave me the strength to endure, to survive, to come back and to speak on behalf of the hostages that remained in Gaza. When I came back and I came to realize that 4 of my friends that I had met in captivity and 50 hostages stayed in Gaza, I decided my mission in life is to speak and to do whatever I can do to help get all of the hostages released. And that's what I did. I also want to mention the security forces, the soldiers, and all of the people involved in security. And I want to recognize all of them and for what they have done and the ones that we have lost. And I want to ask you all to please pray for the injured and for the IDF soldiers and security forces, that God will protect them and bless the souls of all that we have lost on the way. Thank you.
Thank you, Keith. So we believe that our presence here today is not a coincidence. We don't really believe in coincidences. In order to live in Israel, you need to believe in miracles. That is the first Prime Minister of Israel said, Ben Gurion, if you want to be rational, believe in miracles. Some people think that it doesn't align, but it does. So I want to ask the 3 of you my last question. And then I know that many people will have follow-up questions for you when we walk off stage. But what would you ask believers around the world to pray for? And what kind of response beyond prayer do you believe God is calling them to take after hearing your story? Rona?
So I would like for people all over the world to pray for the safety of Israel. I wish to come back to Kfar Azza. I really, really want to. I miss my house so much. But now I feel unsafe to come back. While Hamas is still threatening our lives, I'm too scared to go back. And I want people all over the world to pray as hard as you can to the safe of Israel, for us to be able to come back to Kfar Azza, and that Israel, the Jewish nation, the Israeli nation, that the West world would never have to deal with such a terrible enemy. This is what I want you to pray for.
Thank you, Rona. Gun?
I felt that God was with me on the 7th of October. He was with me on the battles during 7th of October, and I believe He protected my family on the 7th of October. We feel your support, really. We feel your support every day that you are praying for Israel, that you are praying for building our country. And I wish that we're going to win this war, and I hope that the good will win the bad and will bring peace to the world. So please continue praying for Israel. Continue praying for the amazing connection between the U.S. to Israel, and continue praying for build Kfar Azza again. Thank you.
Thank you, Gun.
During my time in captivity, my Jewish faith became stronger, and I started to pray, and I blessed. And I mentioned before all of your prayers, and together, my faith, my prayers, my belief, and all of you together gave me the strength to survive. There is still one hostage that remains in Gaza. His name is Ran Gvili, and I would like to ask all of you and all of us together to pray for his swift release, and also to pray for all of the victims of what happened on October the 7th, and all of the innocent people in the world that have been a victim of whatever kind. Let's all pray together for their health, for their just having the best life that they can. Thank you.
Thank you, Keith. So as I mentioned before, we don't believe that our presence here today is a coincidence, and we see it as a call for action. It's an opportunity to partner with Kfar Azza and to actually build homes in Israel. There's so much that the Israeli government can do, and we are receiving government support. Unfortunately, it's not enough in order to complete all of construction needs. So there are pamphlets on your tables that say Kfar Azza on them, and they have QR codes on them. And we are set up in the United States with a 501c, so any donation is tax deductible. And we know, thanks to many people that have already approached us, and we are so appreciative of that there are people in this room that can help us create conversations with those who want to define themselves by action, those who can say, I know a few people who are interested in helping to build homes in Israel so people can live in Kfar Azza, can live in the community once again. We would like to reopen the community as of the summer of 26, but we need our partners. We need help. It's not a lot, but it means so much to us. There is no better revenge than reopening Kfar Azza and allowing even more people to live there and having even more homes there for young adults and for young families who want this community to thrive again and to be strong again. Please, if you know those people who can say, let's sit down, let's talk about the future of a community. Let us help you lay one brick after the other because we can do this. We would love to have those conversations with you. Albert, we are so appreciative of the invitation. We are so happy to be here. It is a blessing to feel at home away from home. Thank you, and thank everyone that has made us feel so welcomed and so blessed. We remember this during our hard times, but also appreciate this as we look at the future. On behalf of all of us, and we say thank you in Hebrew, Todah.